FICMRepair.com. We're all in this together. Hey guys, Ed over here at FICM Repair. Got a call just today. Customer says, hey, my truck died at the base of the on-ramp. At the base of the off-ramp, sorry. Why? And then it wouldn't restart until it had cooled down. Think about what's happening. Other symptom. Hey, truck runs great, no problems at all, and it starts to stutter on me right when I hit overdrive. So I'm at 55, 60 miles an hour, I just shifted into overdrive, I'm just trying to maintain speed, and it's bucking and carrying on and acting crazy. It's gotta be a FICM problem, right? No. 9 times out of 10, both those issues are high pressure oil. So if your truck is stuttering on the freeway, and it's 55, 60 miles an hour, take it out of tow haul, just maintain speed, take it out of tow haul, and see if your problem goes away. Or manually downshift it into 3. Now don't be doing this at 80 miles an hour, do this like 55, 60 miles an hour, that way you don't, take your truck beyond the red line, hello. And all of a sudden you're like, man, yeah, right, I got all the power again. If everything's copacetic, everything's copacetic and wonderful again. I get down on it, and I'm developing boost, and all of a sudden, freight train, I'm gone. Well, what's actually happened is you've increased engine RPM, and all of a sudden everything's, it's got more fuel, it's got more air. Yeah, but really what's happening is the high pressure oil pump is spinning faster. It's spinning faster. So if you're at a low RPM, like 1400 RPM, which is exactly where you're going to be right after, goes in overdrive with 373 gears in the back, and you're just at barely at, you're under high load, low RPM, the injectors are asking an awful lot, and all of a sudden you don't have enough oomph to drive them anymore, and it starts bucking and carrying on. You downshift the truck, now you're at like 2700 RPM, and it runs perfect. Bzzz, you're going through fuel like crazy, but it's running beautifully. You're actually asking more of the FICM right then, because it's obviously signaling more often, but the pump is spinning faster, and that's the reason why it's running right, okay? Or, to go back to my original example, truck dies at the base of the off-ramp. What happened? RPMs dropped. So your engine RPMs dropped, and now it's, it dies. And then, restart when cold. Well, what if I'm out of town when this happens? Well, okay. What you can do to get by without having to call call for a hook is let it cool down, start it up again, because it'll start after it cools down, and then just hop on the freeway immediately and keep the RPMs up, and just recognize it's going to die again when you get to your destination. Now recognize it might even die in the freeway, depends how far that seal is gone or whatever, but there's a whole lot of people who have made it home following that little advice, and they avoid the crazy tow bill. So but hey, it could die, and if you're going to get stuck in traffic someplace, you're going into heavily populated area, like, hey, my home is Brooklyn, well, you're going to get caught in some traffic, probably just call the tow truck. But if your home is in the middle of a field in Indiana, and you're not going to hit anybody traffic-wise on the way home, just keep it at a higher RPM, and you'll be able to get home. That way you can take apart your whole system and go from there. So low RPMs cause low high pressure oil because the pump is not being able to overcome the leak that almost certainly exists in the system somewhere. And so then you can take an air test tool and do an air test, preferably through the IPR valve, not through the ICP sensor, and that'll tell you the reality, and then you can decide what you're going to do with that. Are you going to go ahead and just change out the one O-ring that's bit the dust, or are you going to change them all out, one and done, and etc.? It's totally up to you. So we've got kits on the website, and everything a growing boy or girl needs, and at least now you know what's going on. All right, so FICMRepair.com, we're all in this together. Thanks.